Hey folks, and welcome back to some more Honkai Star Rail. On our last episode, we had helped Arlen and other various residents in the Herta space station with a variety of tasks. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, let us continue henceforth and talk to this bubble before we inevitably depart. Bubbles are floating in the air with a colourful glow gliding on their surfaces. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. You are sure you saw a red sun descending into the snowy mountains, and a girl in a robe falling under the tip of a sword. You have even heard someone softly laughing. Everything is real, and it is not your imagination. Touch the bubble. You extend your arm, and your fingertip stops extremely close to the bubble. Nothing happens. Perhaps you should ask for more info from someone who knows what it is. As for that someone, I haven't the foggiest. Oh, Dan Hang. Hi there, buddy.
Oh, it's you. Do you have something on your mind?
I have you on the mind right now. You're really good at taking care of others.
Oh? What did I do?
You're always the first one to charge into battle.
Is that so? Well, I am the train's guard. I suppose it's just instinct. I think you're not bad yourself.
I didn't think you approved of me.
If you're referring to what I think about you joining the Astral Express, you're overthinking it. My position is simple. It doesn't matter to me. I suggest you ignore my opinions and make your own choice.
Fair dose? You don't seem like someone who likes to travel.
Being on the Express isn't exactly the same as traveling or adventuring. The Astral Express symbolizes trailblazing. You understand? Trailblazing implies the unknown, be it unknown risks or unknown rewards. In my opinion, the unknown is no more terrifying than the known. In fact, the unknown signifies something we can control and change.
I'm a little hesitant.
Don't use hesitation as an excuse. If you hesitate for too long, your original way of thinking will eventually cease to exist.
Let's see the other option.
Being on the Express is trailblazing, in my opinion. Okay then.
Let me think things over. Dan Heng gives a slight nod and shifts his gaze elsewhere. You'll be gazing off, maybe some stargazing. You know, I keep double tapping this out of habit from gauging it, but like I keep thinking, oh, I need to min-max my sprint for more speed, and it's like, this is just a toggle here. There is no stamina. But anyway, hello there, March 7th.
Hey, I heard the news. You're coming with us on the Express, right?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, come on. You know that's what you want deep down inside. I can see it on your face. But you look like you've got something on your mind. Come on, out with it.
Oh, how time flies.
Getting nostalgic already? You know, when you were passed out, all I thought was I had to look after you. And then you picked up the bat? Just incredible! In the blink of an eye, you knocked that big fella into Mr. Yang's black hole and saved me. I still haven't thanked you properly yet. Nah, we're not splitting up here.
How did you join the Express?
I'd like to know too. I was already on the train when I woke up. I was just drifting out there in space and got picked up by the Express. Amazing, right?
Interesting. I don't see how that could just happen, but fair enough. I mean, you know, sometimes you're just in the vacuum of space where nobody can hear you scream, but you know what? You got picked up by a train that also can drive out in space. Oh, speaking of which, oh, we can see a planet. Neat. Anyway, does that kind of thing happen often?
Crazy stuff like that? Not too often. It sure freaked me out. But every encounter I've had since coming aboard the Express has been strange to say the least. For example, going to the desert to catch something called a sandfish, correcting a gravitational field to flip an upside-down castle, or almost getting my head cracked open by a galena ball falling from the sky while trying to avoid a sleeping reindeer on the road. Huh. Looking back now, it all seems quite dangerous. But I had the crew there with me, so the problems didn't seem all that bad.
Yeah, I mean... I guess we just dive into the fire together, huh? I'm thinking about if I should get on the express.
Of course you should! Why wouldn't you? There's only 4 of us now, plus Pom Pom. Each of us can have our own carriage to sleep in. You wouldn't have the heart to leave your carriage unmanned, would you?
What kind of logic is that? Oh yeah, you know, your carriage is unmanned. Yeah, but it was unmanned before I was even here. Anyway, that sounds more like a problem for you guys.
Join us. Then it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
You got a point. Yeah, let's see the other dialogue option.
Of course. There's only 4 of...
I don't know what the carriage is like.
Then come aboard and take a look for yourself.
You're just gonna abduct me, though. Anyway, let me think things
I'll
over.
be waiting for you. Hey!
Whoops.
Hey, I heard the news. You're...
Do you want me to come along?
Do I even need to say it? I think we're becoming fast friends. Isn't that enough? But you look like you...
There we go, that's
I'll
everything.
be waiting.
Anyone else? Just some NPC Wait, there's a box over there. How do I get it? Box! No! It's right there for the taking! Or is that just a bench? I have no clue. Actually, yeah, that might just be a bench. Now that I think about it. Never mind, I over it. Wait, speaking of box. Oh, no. Dang nabbit. It technically was a container, just not the kind I was looking for, you know? Anyway, hello there, Himiko. Wait, there's a bubble over there. Can we talk to this one too? Maybe it knows what its friend was trying to say. Memory bubble digestion. Oh gosh. Bubbles are floating in the air with a colorful glow gliding on their surfaces. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. Oh, it's just... the same. I think. Well, anyway, moving along. Hello there, Himiko.
So, have you thought things through?
I still have something to talk to you about, Himiko.
Go ahead, speak your mind.
Thank you.
There's no need to be so formal. You helped us defeat that big fella anyway. Plus, if we keep making pleasantries, we'll waste a whole day. You've done me a huge favor by defending the space station from the Antimatter Legion. And know that while Herta may not admit it, she owes me one. She won't refuse me if I ask for a favor in return, and it's probably not too much to ask for a rare item from the space station, right?
Oh, you're objectifying me now. How dare you, girlfriend? No, I'm just joshing.
How about we continue talking on the express? I'll make you a cup of coffee. My special blend.
Ooh, I do like me a cuppa now and then. A nice wee bevy to go with a nice wee train ride, huh? Anyway, have you taken care of everything you need?
I was ready ages ago. I've been here so many times before. It should have just been an ordinary trip for me. But everything's not so ordinary anymore, is it? Walking the same path over and over will never be the same. There will always be something new. That's the meaning of trailblazing.
What's the next stop for the express?
As always, to follow in the footsteps of Akivili. Sometimes we stop on other worlds, and we'll continue to do so. There are countless next stops in the galaxy.
Well, yeah, the universe is potentially infinite.
I love the vast reaches of space, and the Express does too. I want to seek out new worlds, and the Express wants to return to its former path.
Why invite me to join?
Because you're different.
Because of the Stella we're on?
Well, that might be the biggest reason. It's not the only one.
Oh, it's my personality, isn't it?
I think you need a chance. A chance to discover just how different you really are from everyone else. Everybody keeps telling you how special you are and how you have a Stellaron inside you, but that's already plain as day to you. And no matter who tells you, be it me or Herta or anybody, it's not the same thing as feeling it yourself. You have to experience enough to know if you've gained or lost anything because of the Stellaron, and to know who you really are. Learn to control the Stellaron, and then you can control your destiny. The Stellaron might still be an enigma, but the fact of the matter is, it's a part of you. And you have to embrace this before you can move forward into the future.
I don't have any more questions. Actually, let me just double check.
Because you're different.
I'm very self-aware.
Well, the fact that you have a Stellaron in your body is not something most people can boast about. I think you need a chance.
Okay, no, that's just the same.
You have the Stellaron.
There we go. I don't have any more questions. No, because I just thought of, like, the other option, just in case if there was an extra nugget of dialogue, and, well, yes, there was just a wee tinge of it.
So, have you thought things through?
Hey, at least we got something. But now, I want to join the Express.
Then come with me.
Now we're ready.
Let's go.
I'll be waiting
Time to get on.
till we make it. Oh, we will see.
I'm over here.
Come with me, take the journey.
Hey, you over there looking dumbfounded. Yes, Pom-Pom's talking to you.
Hey, nice song, though.
Himiko told Pom-Pom about your situation. Now listen up. Pom-Pom will only say this once. Pom-Pom's sure there have been lots of people telling you how special you are lately. But this is the Astral Express, and everyone on here has their secrets. Since you chose to board, you can abide by the rules. You're not the only special one here. You'd best remember that. I'm Pom-Pom, the conductor. Just come find me if you have any trouble.
Well, at least we have an adorable mascot. Anyway, Interestral Guide. Complete operation briefing according to the instruction to obtain rewards. Right, so enhance one character to level 10. We have done that numerous times even. I like going to level 10. We have also done that. 10 treasures, absolutely. We've done the second coast beta. And we've done Lingering Shadows. Okay, some goodies. We've done this. And this. We haven't quite opened 20 treasures. We probably could have if we kept looking around the space station more, but we'll get that simply enough. Now, can we level up any more Tracies? Oh yeah, Harsha. Or Herta, sorry. There we go. Perfect. What does Bilo need? We might not have it. Oh no, we do. I mean, increased max HP does increase their healing, so why not? There we go. Claim. So we got Trailblaze level 9 from that. Not bad, not bad. So we are indeed getting places. Oh wow, we've boarded the Astral Express now. So can we talk to anyone else like Himiko? Oh, we can.
What do you think? Does the Astral Express look the same as you imagined?
As expected, it looks like a train.
Everyone on the Express is a passenger. We're all heading towards an unknown destination. Like we're traveling together. Maybe that's why the Trailblaze chose such a look. Oh, right. March and Don Hung should both be in their rooms right now. You can go look for them. You youngsters should get along well.
Yeah, me and my bum chums. Are the rooms fun?
Oh, you know young people. Their rooms always reflect their personality. You can go and have a look around. Also, Don't mind Pom Pom's antics. They're actually pretty interested in you. It's just that we haven't had new passengers on the express for a long while. All right, I won't steal Pom Pom's thunder. If you have any questions, just go ask our conductor. Also, don't mind. All right, I won't.
Okay, so there's nothing else. Fair enough. Hello there, Welt Yang.
Oh, it's you. How do you feel?
Full of energy.
Great. Looks like your stamina is really quite special. In any case, I have to thank you for saving March.
You guys saved me too. Nah, I just couldn't just stand by and watch.
It's good that you think so. Someone with that mindset and the actions to back it up, that is the true meaning of the word hero. However, as long as the Stellaron is still in your body, you should be careful what you do. I don't know if Himiko and I can suppress it again, but I won't bore you any longer. So much happened at the space station, you must be tired. There should be some time until the next warp jump, so feel free to walk around and familiarize yourself with the environment.
Okay, can I talk to you again?
But there should
It's
be
just
some
like
time.
Himiko, fair enough. And then is there anything up here? No, except for another potted plant. By the way, hello there, Pom Pom.
Here already? I was just engaging in pleasantries. How can I help?
Where's March 7th's room?
Oh? Why are you interested in her room? Ah, Pom Pom remembers Himiko saying that you saved her. Very brave. Very foolhardy. But that is what a trailblazer should be like. March 7th's room is in the express sleeper compartment. She's always running around, so she might not be there.
About Dan Hung's room.
Dan Hong's room? Oh, you mean the archives.
Honestly, I always kept thinking it's Dan Hung, not Dan Hung, because of the E. Because when I think of Hung, I obviously think it with a U, but, well, it's just that type of, well, phrasing, I guess. Sometimes things aren't pronounced the literal way they're spelled, huh?
He's just sort of living in there, I guess. I can't be bothered getting him out. March 7th's room is right next to the archives. You can visit him on the way.
Is that a phonograph?
You recognize this as well? Himiko always likes to bring back weird junk and try to fix it. That also got modified a bit.
That's all my questions for today.
Pom Pom still needs to prepare for the Express's warp jump. You can look around the place yourself. No matter where you go on this train, Pom Pom will always have my eyes on you.
Oh, but of course. Optional, investigate the phonograph.
Himiko likes using the phonograph a lot. She says it can play melodies from the past. Welt likes collecting these jet black discs. It seems like they could be antiques. He'd be very happy if you could bring a few back.
Ah yes, vinyl discs. Phonograph. Use the phonograph to change the music when on the Express. By exploring various worlds, you can obtain new records to unlock new tracks. Yeah, you definitely can get a variety, huh? Alright. Well, goodbye to that vocal track for now, huh? Anyway, passenger cabin.
There seems to be the sound of electronic equipment.
Who's there?
It's me, Lottie.
Ah, it's you. The door's not locked. Come in.
Okay, buddy. Hello there, Dan Hung.
Can I help you?
Just looking around.
Feel free. This is open to everyone on the Express. While many of the roads that Akivili traveled along no longer exist, I think it's still meaningful to record our adventures as current passengers of the Express. I enter the collected data into the Archives databank. I try to catalog the people and places the Express encounters, and compare and contrast them with the existing records. Do you see the terminal over there? It can be used to view information already stored in the databank. Do give it a go.
Okay. Oh, can I talk to you about any more things?
I'll be entering any new information we encounter on future journeys, so drop by any time to check it out.
I didn't take you to be a scholar.
Seems like you have some deep misunderstandings about me. Well, I think I know who caused that.
March? Probably March.
I have matters to attend to. Feel free. So, if you're heading next door, keep it down.
Okay. You don't want me to cause a ruckus. Fair dose, bud, fair dose. Anyway, investigate. The databank stores various information collected during trailblazing expeditions across the universe. Open the character screen. View detailed character details. Oh right, you can view the story. I honestly glossed over that the first time through. In the databank, you can view each character's story and voice lines. I see. Okay, so it is like interplaying in that regard. So how do you get the other one? Oh, okay, so since there's no companionship level in this title, it's just purely levels. Which does mean that you would only get the character stories for characters that you have and fully raise. Fair enough, honestly, yeah. Because, well, that makes me excited for characters like Sealy in the future. Or rather, Sally, because, like, I have them on my main account, as I do Bronya. And, well, any other future characters that I'm curious about, right? I would have read Bailu's in there, but again, I don't want to get too attached to having her, because there is always the possibility that I may not get one for a very long time. I'm still going to use her to try her out, because there's the off chance. And, I mean, she's here, me as well, right? But hey, if I lose out, I mean, if I don't get another one, I don't get another one. But right, open the door. You knock, but there's no response.
The door is unlocked. Should I go in?
Just a little peek.
Just one look should be fine, right?
Oh dang, what a room. Anyway, dressing mirror. You don't quite understand why exactly March 7th has bought this mirror. Wall of photos.
Make a choice I won't regret. Reach the future. So much had happened in such a short time.
Dang, she really took photos of the various cutscenes though. Any rest area? This velvet blanket is soft to the touch and feels comfortable. Sitting on it feels just as comfortable. Not sure about sleeping on it though. March 7th's bed. Intuition tells you that it should be comfier than Dan Hung's. Pom Pom's toy. Conductor Pom Pom's doll. It doesn't have any clothes. Interesting. Desk. March 7th's desk. All kinds of gizmos are strewn about it. Yeah, like her camera.
Hi. Hello. Attention all passengers. Attention all passengers. The Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall. I repeat, the Express is about to conduct a warp jump. All passengers, please gather at the main hall.
Okay, but I'm curious if I can go into any of these rooms. The door is locked, but there's a peculiar scent of coffee coming out of them. Okay, so that's because the door doesn't even move an inch, as if it's glued in space. Interesting. Anything else to have a little keycap? Probably not, no. Okay. Alright, off we go, I suppose. Wait, no, that was just a door. I was like, more dialogue of sorts? No. Hello there, March.
There you are. Wait, this is your first trip. So that should be double the excitement, right?
but I'm still a little worried about what lies ahead.
You're just like Mr. Yang, always worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. Young people should be energetic. Here, let's do some relaxation exercises. The first step is to grab a hold of the root cause of your anxiety.
You can't just grab something like that.
Well, it is a little abstract, but basically you just need to pinpoint what's bothering you. The second step is to focus all your anxiety on that point.
Is this some sort of mumbo jumbo about transferring consciousness?
This is science! Don't get distracted. Focus. Now for step 3. Yank out that anxiety and cast it away with all your might.
Come on, that's just using psychological suggestion.
That doesn't mean it won't work. The best method for relieving anxiety is the one that works, right?
I guess? I mean, fair enough, huh? Oh, can we not talk anymore? I mean, fair enough, I guess it would have just been practically the same dialogue, huh? Just probably shortened at best. Hello there, Himiko.
What's wrong? You look like you were about to say something. Oh, I think I know what you're going to ask. You've come to the right person.
About the Express.
Ooh, you want to know more about the Express? I'm glad. After all, it's an important companion of ours.
About the history of the Express. Oh, dang. Many questions, huh?
The Astral Express was a tool created by Akivili the Trailblaze, who used it to transport themselves and the Nameless across the galaxy. It is rumored that there are other vehicles like it, but the Express has no such records. When I found the Express, its memory had been severely damaged, with much of its valuable information lost. All I know is that the Express is an aspect of creation built by Akivili themselves and used to travel the cosmos. As for how it was built and how it was damaged, I do not have an answer.
About where the Express is headed.
The Express is traveling on a route that the Trailblaze once embarked on. The names of some destinations have been lost, but the first and final stops were both at Pagana, Akivili's home world. We speculate the Astral Express started its journey from Pagana, stopping at each destination along the way before returning there for its next journey. However, the appearance of the Stellaron has caused a delay at each stop.
About the Express's source of power.
There's a legend in the galaxy. The heart of Akivili themselves lies in the core of the Astral Express, providing it with the power to travel between worlds. But I found no evidence of that aboard the Express. Besides, the Express existed before the Trailblaze fell. There's no way they could have had two hearts, right? However, it is likely that the Express possesses some sort of mechanism to transfer power from the Trailblaze. It wouldn't be possible with a normal Pathstrider.
About Akivili.
The fallen Eon, deceased Trailblaze. Their passing is still a mystery, but of all the known Eons, Akivili was the closest to mankind. In the databank aboard the Express, it is recorded that they walked among the mortals, adventuring, fighting, and celebrating with them. Although they were an Eon restrained by the Prima Mobile, Akivili enjoyed a freedom similar to us mortals. They were different from most. But their passing came so suddenly that it was thought they were killed by another Eon. I don't believe that to be the case.
I have another question. About the galaxy.
The galaxy is endlessly vast. I wouldn't know where to begin, especially when you ask me like that so suddenly.
Oh golly gee, dang, we are really getting a lot of exposition though. I mean, I'm glad that it's optional for the more inquisitive at heart, right? Because I get really curious about lore and what have you, so hence why I'm doing this. Anyway, about its nature.
I've been to many different worlds, yet I still know very little about the galaxy, simply because it's too vast. As for its nature, there are a few theories that I can share with you. The most popular is probably the Cosmos Tree theory, proposed by Xandar, emanator of erudition and the first member of the Genius Society. He compared the galaxy to an enormous imaginary tree, with its leaves being individual universes. Therefore, only eons who draw their energy from the imaginary and emanators who are blessed by eons can travel through the spaces filled with imaginary energy. That's why planets where civilizations exist are so similar. However, the theory has its flaws. Elias Salas, the 56th member of the Genius Society, invented remote detection, disproving that the imaginary is unique. This shook the foundation of the cosmos tree theory. There are other theories as well. The stretching theory, the heat torch theory, and the parallel imaging theory. The Riddlers claim the galaxy is just a dream, and IX's followers seem to like that claim.
About the eons.
Eons are the most mysterious beings in the galaxy. All we know is that they ascended from the form of intelligent beings. As for the how and why, even the geniuses over at the Genius Society haven't the slightest clue.
I'm genuinely curious, though, that this discussion of eons, right? So, in Honkai Impact Third, for example, you have the Hershers as some of the biggest gimme gacha characters, right? Like, they're like a major plot point with the whole Hersher course and what have you, and they're also, well, playable, right? Then you have the Archons in Genshin Impact as like the deity-esque beings that are essentially the equivalent of Hershers of there, right? That are also playable. So I'm curious if there's going to be an equivocal thing in Star Rail, because, well, there's this talk about the Eons, right? I wonder if they're going to be the equivalent. However, that doesn't make it curious, because I can't remember what was on launch during Impact Third, like as far as Honkai Impact Third goes. Because we know with Genshin, there was an Archon, day one. You could roll for Venti, right? Like on launch. I forget if Hersher of the Void was a day one gacha thing. I know when I started playing the game, I attempted to reroll for Hersher of the Void at the time. But I just cannot, for the life of me, remember if she was there on launch. She might have been, she might have not been. It might have been like a layer added thing as to that. Because, like, we've got Sele, which is not anything like that as far as I know. I mean, I haven't read all of the story yet. I haven't read all of her story. For all I know, she could be like this big shot, or she just won't be. Who knows? But I digress.
Upon ascending to Eonhood, that being gains power over the paths, free to choose the allocation of imaginary energy however they wish, while suffering the restrictions of the primum mobile.
Although, to be fair, we've got some pretty big shots as far as playables go already. I mean, just for like a brief mention, right? We have both Himiko and Well as playables on launch, right? And I mean, well, it's a pretty big deal.
The Eon of Destruction seeks only to destroy the universe, while the Eon of Erudition wants to find the answer for all that exists. Meanwhile, the Eon of Preservation continues to forge walls, and the Eon of Enigmata devotes itself to obscuring all that is known. A cloud of mystery shrouds the Eons. I heard Madame Herta recruited a team to try and solve the mysteries about them.
About the factions.
Compared to the Eons, the factions are much easier to understand. Mortals with the same objective gather together to practice their understanding of eons and paths. Many eons are unreachable, but the factions are close to us. After Akivili trailblazed across the galaxy, people became aware of the existence of other worlds. Gradually, more people started trying to use the power of the eons to travel between worlds. The Interastral Peace Corporation is a good example. They worship Klapoth, the Eon of Preservation, but somehow became the largest economic entity in the galaxy. Another example is the Genius Society. There are no shortages of eccentrics like Madame Herta who dedicate themselves to scientific research under the protection of the Erudition. These factions possess the same power as us to voyage between worlds. It would be hard to travel through the galaxy without them.
I mean, yeah, if it was exclusive to us, then there would be no space stations. I mean, there might be, depending on the more technologically advanced worlds, right? And by extension, solar systems, etc., etc. But, well, Herta wouldn't be able to realize her ambition as much. I mean, she's extremely widespread because of her various dolls, though, because holy moly. About the paths.
The birth of an eon gives rise to a path. The nature of the paths remains a mystery, leaving us to draw an analogy in a way that mortals can understand. It's a philosophical concept of sorts. A person is considered to be on a path when their will overlaps with that path. If the person has a strong enough will, they can draw power from that path. Those who can do so are called Pathstriders. Pathstriders possess extraordinary power, but are still insignificant compared to the eons, like a drop of water in a vast ocean. Sometimes eons will bestow a mortal with their power, making them an emanator of that eon.
I wonder if that'll be our equivalent then.
I should mention that once a path is open, it cannot be closed, even with the fall of its eon. That is how we are still able to travel across the stars, despite Ocuvili's passing.
Ah, okay. So if the plot ever continues to a point that potentially more of the eons die, then yeah, interesting. I have another question. About the Trailblaze.
Trailblaze is our mission, and the source of strength that powers the Express to travel across the galaxy.
Holy moly. Okay, another 4 front-loaded questions, huh? Anyway, about exploration.
Explore the unknown world to continue our journey ahead.
Okay, that's very brief. About understanding.
Understand the local culture and immerse ourselves within it.
About establishing.
Establish a connection with the new world, rejoice with it, and share in its fears.
About connection.
Connect worlds together, carving an endless path.
Okay, I have another question. I don't have any more questions. That was still a very interesting talk, though. Again, this was not something that I inquired about before, because I just wanted to see how the title would have held up without it, but dang. See, it's getting me even more and more invested. I'm glad I did this, honestly. Anyway, hello there, Pom Pom. Or in the plants, are we?
You took long enough. But at least everyone's here now.
Listen, I just really wanted to know more about the world. I love me some world building. Anyway, where's Dan Hung?
He won't be here, so just leave him be.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, take these.
What's this?
A tiny bonus from the conductor to the passenger. Think of it as an investment in your future growth.
Oh, level up rewards. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's just get all of these. More! All of these items! And then at level 10 we'll get a singular ticket, but also we'll get the other 10 tickets to go with
everyone, hurry up and find a place to sit down. Try not to be like March, always running around the Express like a headless chicken. Pom Pom's going to start the final preparations for the jump.
New feature available, Friends. Add friends receive support and challenge strong enemies. Dang. I could have buddies. Except that's not inherently relevant. Add friends via system recommendations or by searching with the user ID. But we shall not be doing any of that for now. Anyway, tutorials. Level rewards. As Trailblaze level increases, you can claim corresponding rewards from Pom Pom, the Express's conductor. Right. And that's that for now. So, let's just see if Pom Pom's got anything else to say.
Although I can't go outside, it's nice looking out at the stars from here, too. So, the outside world. What do you think it's like?
Wait, you're not able to leave the Express? About Well Yang, an embarrassing past. Well, is a man who seems to have been through a lot. He is calm and composed, though Pom Pom has seen him lose his cool on rare occasions. You want to know what caused him to lose his cool? Oh, it's nothing really, you see. Well, it used to be an animator. Whenever the Express passed by certain planets, he would use his mimicry ability to reproduce a few episodes for others to see. This resulted in a group of fans chasing after him to beg for a sequel. Welt hid in the Express for several days straight, saying that he was just helping Himiko do some repairs. But Pom Pom doesn't remember the Express needing any kind of repairs at the time. So is there more?
You find?
Dang! About March 7th, Pom Pom's years. Out of all the passengers on the Express, March 7th causes the most headaches for me. She always wants to tie my ears to the pose. So whenever I see March with her camera in hand, Pom Pom will find an excuse to go do something else. Pom Pom's always really busy after all.
You finally got some leisure time. Don't forget to grab some sleep when you're done wandering about.
About the Express facilities. There are different rooms on the Express, and actually there are different facilities as well. Of course, the Express has things like bathrooms, but when all the passengers overindulge in drinks from the food truck, they have to wait in line to use them. And why does everyone always leave their phones on the bathroom counter? It's so weird. I'm always finding people's phones there.
You finally got...
Pom Pom's story? Who am I and what's my past? Is there any point in you asking about such things? Pom Pom is Pom Pom. You're a respectful conductor. Follow the rules of the Express and try not to make me angry all the time.
You finally...
About Dan Hung. Sleep. Passenger Dan Hung sleeps in the archives. I don't know how he manages to get a good night's rest in that room though. I was always wondering, or rather, always worrying that he'll catch a cold. But then Pom Pom made a discovery. The heat emanating from the server unit provides plenty of warmth, and that since Dan Hung himself insists on sleeping there, Pom Pom decided to stop worrying about him so much. He also said something about being able to sleep on the rope. Pom Pom don't know what he meant by that. Seems no change if you ask me.
You finally got some...
Himiko's coffee. One of the few things Pom Pom admires about Dan Hung is that he can actually drink Himiko's coffee, even complimented her on it a few times. I used to wonder if there was something wrong with Dan Hung's taste buds, but later he mentioned to me in passing that he regards Himiko's coffee as an excellent tool to test his grit. Anyway, please don't mention any of this to Himiko. As I express his navigator, she puts in a lot of work that goes unnoticed. So Pom Pom tries not to be too hard on her. Oh, so she makes bad coffee.
Finally got some...
About Pom Pom the Express and its journeys. The outside world Pom does want to see, however, the meaning of the journey lies not in how wonderful the scenery is outside, but in the people you travel with. Whether it's me or the passengers such as yourself, it's the same for all of us. We need to cherish the companions who ride along with us. That will make the moments of joy and bonding along the way even more meaningful. How much dialogue do you have? Holy moly! It keeps on going about Himiko. Himiko's hand-blended coffee. Himiko is highly competent when it comes to fixing things, but then she's always pumping out this uninspired hand-blended coffee. Pom just doesn't get it. What was the word you used to describe her coffee? Black sludge, was it? Well, as it turns out, this is already the new and improved version of a coffee. The coffee beans are polished by hand with a monomolecular blade. Back in the old days, she would just use instant coffee powder. The amount of powder she used gave a whole new meaning to the phrase black sludge. Okay.
You finally got some...
Juice connoisseur. As the conductor of the Express, it's naturally my duty to provide first-class service to every passenger. As a request for our own team juice, put forward by passengers in March, does not even pose the slightest challenge for a conductor such as myself. March doesn't need to be particular about taste. As long as it's juice, she'll like it.
You finally got some...
Oh my god, she more about March 7. Don't think that March is running around and chatting all day long just because she has company. Even when she's alone, she'll strike up a conversation with herself. March does seem to quiet down slowly whenever she's organizing full albums or writing in her diary. Sometimes Pom Pom sees her gazing out the window. Pom Pom wonders what she's thinking about.
You
More. Do you just have like an infinite wellspring of knowledge or something? Well, sleeping story. Well, it used to be an animator, and he seems... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, that was new. I blanked out for a moment. You might have to pause. The issues of not having a chat log. I don't know why there isn't one. But anyway, on several occasions, Pom-Pom caught Welt sleeping in the middle of the broadcast. Asked him if he wanted to turn off the camera lights in his memory broadcast so he could go to his room and get a good night's sleep, but he insisted he didn't fall asleep and that the show must go on. But who does he think he's doing? Pom-Pom saw him fall asleep right in front of me.
You finally got some.
Okay, I believe that's it done, right? Yep. I think we've exhausted all options. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Finally, we are free.
What's wrong? Oh, I think I know what you're going to.
Yeah, we've done all that. Right. Let's finally get a move on. Are you ready to move on to the next planet? Absolutely. What's the next stop for the Express?
The universe. The Astral Express. Eons. Did I get dragged into a science fiction movie or something? This Stellaron thing in my
Are you
body?
trying to touch the stars? I've done stuff like that before. But it wasn't stars for me, though. It was lights. When I first woke up after being rescued from the ice, I could see clusters of stars in front of me. I reached out for them automatically, but they turned out to be the carriage ceiling lights. The whole crew was watching me. It was pretty embarrassing.
Rescued from the ice?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Before all this, I was stuck in a huge block of ice drifting through space. Himeko and Mr. Yang and... who was it again? Anyway, they figured out a way to melt the ice and saved me.
Interesting. Do you remember what happened before you were frozen?
I don't remember a thing. Who I am, where I'm from, my name. It's like everything was erased from my mind. March 7th was the day they found me, so it stuck. Ever since then, I've been hanging out on this train and following it to whatever destination it decides to stop at. I'm hoping that one day I can find my past. What am I talking about this for? A way to get everyone down, huh?
Sorry.
It's fine. I was the one who brought it up. Cheer up. It's not every day someone gets to ride on the Astral Express. Ah, here comes the conductor.
The Express has reached a safe distance from the space station. We'll be jumping in about 10 minutes. Return to your seats, please. Both of you. Things could get bumpy.
Thanks, Pom-Pom. But did you really have to come and remind me? I'm not a newbie, you know.
Well, it wouldn't be necessary, but Miss March 7th likes to challenge herself and falls over every time.
That's just called never giving up.
Hey, one day she might be able to achieve her goal. Maybe.
Conductor, can I get a juice, please? Thank you.
We're jumping in 5 minutes. You can have something to drink when it's over.
But I'm thirsty now.
So, can we just chat and get even more oodles of dialogue?
Oh, don't worry about me. I just want to see if I can stay on my feet this time.
Good luck, I'm rooting for you.
Thanks. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. The key is using your core, waist, and leg muscles. It's not your stance that matters, but your ability to ride the inertia. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up.
But you fail every time. Maybe you'll eventually figure out the secret,
Oh,
though.
don't worry about me.
Don't hurt yourself.
It's fine. I'm sturdier than I look. Besides, the ice will protect me. When I'm in danger, I instinctively create ice to protect myself.
Oh, hence why you're the path of preservation and that you can literally give people ice barriers, huh?
Though sometimes falling on the ice actually hurts more than falling on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, don't mind me. Find a place to... Oh, don't worry about...
Why do you make things hard for yourself?
Don't be silly. This is fun. I like keeping busy. Otherwise, I start obsessing over pointless things. Well, don't mind me. Find a place to sit down and buckle up.
Okay, right, let's see if Himiko's got any new nuggies.
Our next stop is a small planet called Eurilo 6. It's been thousands of years since the last time the Express paid a visit. The databank shows it was a lush and beautiful place. But after all this time, it's possible that dramatic changes have occurred.
Okay, hello there, Welt.
Jumps are like this. They may feel novel the first few times, but you'll slowly get used to them after a few more. As for the mechanism, well, if you're interested, I'll explain it to you in detail when we have more time.
Yeah, more than 5 minutes.
For now, just sit and wait. Remember to close your eyes. It helps with the dizziness.
Okay. The door is shut tight. Makes sense.
Maybe Dan Hung locked it.
For safety reasons, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was just curious. Right, time to, just get all comfy. A very comfortable sofa feels like you'll fall right asleep after sitting on it. Hold on tight and wait for the jump to finish.
Hello? Hello, hello? All passengers, please return to your seats. The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
I won't fall over. I won't fall over. I won't fall over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After all those millennia, is this what Eurilo 6 has become?
Uh-huh. So, that snowy planet is our destination this time?
Yes. Looks like this trailblazing expedition won't be easy.
Spatial readout anomaly. Star rail stability is down to 12%. Schedule alteration. 7-day stopover time extended indefinitely.
Anomaly?
The complex locality of this world has been affected somehow. The star rail has been blocked off by something. Take an ordinary train as an example. It's like the tracks up ahead have suddenly snapped, and the way forward leads straight into a collapsing abyss. The only sensible thing to do would be to brake hard, right?
If we try to force our way ahead, there could be a hefty price to pay.
This again? Don't tell me. It's gotta be.
A Stellaron.
The results of the preliminary analysis are here. The anomaly stems from a Stellaron, as always.
Stellaron.
Yes, just like the one that's been placed into your body.
What exactly is a Stellaron?
Stellarons are clouded in mystery. Even Herta isn't able to fully understand them. But there's no need to worry. This isn't the first time our route has been obstructed by a Stellaron. Even if we don't know much about them, at least we know how to neutralize their influences.
The only thing we can say for sure is that their arrival causes massive changes to civilizations and ecosystems. They also generate distortions in space, such as fragmentums. There must be an inextricable connection between the Stellaron we're dealing with here and Eurilo 6 becoming a frozen planet.
Our current theory is that Stellarons are seeds of disaster, planted by a certain eon throughout the universe. We can't continue to trailblaze without removing the source of the disaster.
So you're saying...
That we've gotta get busy.
I'd like to entrust this trailblazing expedition to March, Dan Hung, and you. The objective is clear. Find the Stellaron responsible for the disaster and the spatial distortions, and bring it back to the Express. We'll deal with the rest.
Awesome! We get to work as a team again.
I mean, I'm all for it. You're not coming?
Someone has to stay on the train or Pom Pom will get lonely. Not to mention, Nanook threw us a glance just now. If we're targeted by the Antimatter Legion, then things could go south fast.
So it's still not our turn.
I know you really want to go, but we should give the youngsters a chance to get out there on their own. It'll be a good opportunity for them to bond. March, if you two are ready, why not go and find Dan Hung? He's probably already started collating the ecological data and survey results for your Relo 6. It's always good to know more about the destination before you start a journey.
Right, a grand co-adventure start. But I think that will be for next time, because holy moly, I was not expecting this to be as long as it was when just getting all that expository dialogue. Again, most of it was optional though, but hey, I made it mandatory now, didn't I? Anyway, folks, though, thank you all for watching this episode of Honkai Star Rail, and I'll see you all next time as we continue our journey across the stars. Ta-ta for now.